Hello learners, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to learn about loops in Python. So when you have to write same thing or maybe different thing but repeatedly, it means you have to iterate over a sequence of something like a string, tuple or range, anything you want to iterate over it, or you can say execute a block of code repeatedly like multiple times. So at this point we use loops. So in loops mainly we use two types of loops in Python: for loop and while loop. So let me tell you more about this. So suppose like in general statements are executed sequentially like one by one. So the first statement in a function is executed first, then the next, then the third one, like that. So there may be a situation when you need to execute a block of code several number of times. Now here comes the loop. So programming language provides various control structures that allow for more complicated executions path. So a loop statement or allow us to execute a statement or a group of statements multiple times. And in Python programming language, it provides following types of loops to handle looping requirement, which is while loop and for loop. So let me tell you about first more with example like why we use loop. Now here suppose I want to print this hello 3 times. Okay, so without any loop, without any function, if we want to print the hello word 3 times, I have to write like this: print hello, I have to write 3 times, then only it will get printed. Now see, so if I'll run this now, so it has printed 3 times. Again if I want to make it more 1 time, so I have to again write like print hello. Okay, and now if I will run this, this is the 4th time. So without any loop or function, this is how you have to write the same statement again and again multiple times to use that if you want to execute it more than 1 times. But when we use loop or function, it will like we don't have to write it multiple times. Like suppose here I have written only 4 times, but in actual programming you may need to iterate over something like maybe 100 times or 1000 times or maybe more than that. So now we can't write that, right? 1000 lines of code, that will be really hectic. So instead of writing that 1000 times, 100 times, we use loop. So in Python we have two loops: while loop and for loop. So let me first start with while loop, because in for loop we have to use range function as well. We use range function like more, so I will be coming over there later, but first learn about while loop. So while loop, it executes a block of code as long as a condition is true. So here see, while loop represents a statement or group of statement while a given condition is true. It tests the condition. So first it will test the condition before executing the loop body. So here I have written the while keyword. Now this keyword is reserved. So this is how you write while, and then you have to give your condition and then the semicolon. So this is the keyword. You will write while, you will start while loop like this, while, and then you have to write the condition till the semicolon here. Before this you have to write your condition whatever you want. Now in this condition I have written count is less than 3. So count here as a variable. So variable you have to first like any variable, whatever you want, you can write and you can set the value to it. So I have taken a simple variable count and I have initialized it with 0. So right now the count variable has value 0. Now what I want the condition should be running while count is less than 3. The condition is here. I have to run this loop while count is less than 3. And now I am writing the body. So here this is the body. Like this thing, you see, count is equal to count plus 1, and then next line is print hello. So this is called body of the while loop. So you understood? When you have to write the while loop, whenever you use while loop, you first start with writing while keyword and then you write the condition in the parenthesis, then you give the semicolon, and then write the body, whatever you want to write inside it. Now the condition here, you can give anything, count is less than 3 or greater than or equal to. And then what I want to increase, I'm increasing count variable by 1. So every time it will increase the count value by 1. And what it should do, it should print hello. So how many times it will print hello? I have initialized the count as 0, so it will first take count as 0. So when it will enter in the while loop, count is right now 0. So 0 is less than 3, the first condition. So the first condition is 0 is less than 3. So yes, it is. So it will go inside, and what it will do, it will increase the count value to 1. So right now it is 0. So it will get 0 plus 1. So now the count has the value 1. Now it will print hello. The next line is what I want to print it hello. Now after running the first time, the count value will become 1. Now again when it will enter inside while loop, 1 is less than 3. Yes, it is satisfying the condition. It is true. So it will again first increase the count value. 1 plus 1 is 2. Now the count has 2, and again it will print hello. So it has printed 2 times. Now again till 2 is what? Less than 3. So again it will what it will do? It will first increase the count value. 2 plus 1 is 3. Now the count has 3, and it will print the hello. Now again when it will go, 3 is less than 3. No, 3 is equal to 3. So it will run till 3 times. See, 1, 2 and 3. Third time it will enter, it will say 3 is less than 3. No, it is not. So that's why it will come out of the loop and loop will get stopped, because the condition that we have given is not true, it is false. So this is how the while condition works. Now let me just increase the condition, like instead of 3 I want to put it 4, so it will run for 4 times. So this is how the while loop runs. We will be doing more example and more questions in on while loop in next class, but right now let's go ahead and learn about range function and then for loop, and then in the next session I will be doing more such examples and more program over loops. Now range function in Python, it is very important because mostly we use it for with the for loop. So before learning for loop, let's understand the range function. Range function returns a sequence of numbers starting from 0 by default and increments 1 by default and stops before a specified number. So this is the syntax of range, and then you have to first give start, then stop, and then a step. A step actually it is optional because by default it will take 1. So every time it will step by 1, but you can change the step, like you can give 2 or 3, anything. Now how to this, so see, start is optional because it starts an integer number specifying at position to start, so default value is 0. So if you will not give anything as here, like see, let me show you, range and then parenthesis, here I have given 3. So if I not give 3 here, it will automatically take 0. By default though, it is taking 0, it start from 0. Now stop is required, it is not optional, you have to give stop. So it is an also integer number specifying at which position you have to stop. You have to give an any integer number and you have to stop it, and that is the stopping number. So right now here I have given 6 here. So 6, it will not include 6 till 5 it will reach, like how it works in slicing. So it will reach we have given 6, but 6 will not be included, it will run till 5. So in the first example, and step is also optional, so it by default, like how in slicing we take 1 as by default, that is step. So here also in range function also 1 is by default a step size. So let's see the first, here I have taken a variable x and I am assigning the range function here to the x variable, and I have given 3 as start and 6 as end. So it should run, it will start from 3, it will go to 4, then 5, but it will not go till 6. Now what I want to do, I want to apply the for loop. So for n in x, print n. So what I am doing here, for loop, it is used to iterate over a sequence. So it should be anything, list, tuple, string or range. So right now we have range here, right? In the variable x we have range function and it will iterate. Iterate means it will go one by one. So now this range function has value 3, 4 and 5. So what it will go one by one, it will go first to 3, then 4, then 5, because it will go through indexing. So for n in x, so n here is a variable, it's a temporary variable, it is we use in for loop. So for each, it means for each n, like for each n in x, here in x, it will print n, means for n, it means like whatever we are taking, it will iterate over that range or list or tuple, anything it could be here. So it will start from its first index. So n first it will go to 3, then it will go to 4, then it will go to 5, like that. One by one it will iterate. So let me show you. See, so first it went to 3, because 3 is at the 0th index, then 4 the first index, and the 5th is second index. Now as 6 is not included, I have already told you this is not included, the last position in stop, it is not included in that. Now let's learn it more with the proper, I have taken y as variable, I'm keeping range, I'm starting as like 3, the starting, 20 as stop, and then step I am taking 2. So first it will start from 3. So first it will print you what? First n, here the temporary variable, here it will go to 3. So it will print you 3. But after that it will not print 4. Why? Because it is taking a step 2. So instead of printing 4, it will print 5. And then 7, and then like that. So this is how, see, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So like that. So now if someone has asked to, like, write the table for 2 and something like that, so we can do that also. I have already told that with slicing or like this range function we do that. So we'll be learning more about in upcoming sessions. I'll be showing you more examples. Now here, as I have earlier mentioned, that in range function, even starting and step both are optional. It means starts with 0 and step starts generally it has by default value 1. So here what I have taken, I have skipped the start. It means it should start from 0, and step also I haven't given like here. So it by default the range function will take it as 1. Now what I'm doing for n in z, so n will start iterating this range function through index 0. So it will print 0 till 5. Why? Because 6 is not included. Because stop, I told you that stop is required always, but that last, which position to stop, it is not included. So this function, when I will run this loop, it will print till from 0 till 5. So see, by default it started from 0 and it ended till 5, and it has taken the step as 1. First 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, like this. So I hope you understood about the range function. Now let's understand about for loop. So it's very simple. It executes a sequence of statements multiple times and abbreviates the code that manages the loop variable. I am simply here given print use for loop. So what I am keeping for I in range, I am directly keeping here range. I don't need to you can keep inside a variable, or you can directly write range function here, not a problem. For I in range, starting 0, ending 10, and the step 2. So this loop will go till 10 minus 1, 9 with a step 2. So when I'm printing I, what it should print? It should print 0, then 2, then 4, then 6, then 8, like this. See? Okay, now let's learn about nested loop. So nested loop is nothing but loop inside loop. So it can be used with one or more loop inside another. Uh, while for you can even do it for loop or while loop in any loop. So like a final note on loop nesting it, that we can put any type of loop inside of any other type of loop. For example, a for loop can be inside a while loop or vice versa. You can write it in Python. Now let's see here. I am writing for I in range 0 to 5, and then again I am keeping for j in range 0 to I plus 1. Okay, so here what is the range of I? It will iterate over 0 to 5. So it means it will go till 0 to 4, right? And till that 4, now I'm taking another loop for j in range, what 0 and then I plus 1. So I, what is the I value? 4. So it will go till 4 plus 1, that is 5, right? So for that what I'm printing, till this I plus 1, it will print a star and the end will be nothing. Okay, and this is the print r. So this is how slash r. So what it will be doing, like see, for very first for I in range 0 to 5. So yes, initially I is it will go till for 0, the first, and then for j in range 0 to I plus 1. So what is the first I value? 0 plus 0 plus 1, so it will go 1. So that's why it has printed 1. The next time it will go 2. So the ith index will be 1 plus 1, 2. So that's why it's 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Like that it has printed the star. Now if you can change it to anything, but generally in let me tell you, generally in interviews they ask you to make a star like this and make a pyramid like this. So this is how we do, and I will also show you how to do because in interviews they ask multiple these star questions like this. So make this shape and that one, and from the middle, from the left, from the right, like that. So I'll show you how to do that more. Now let's just learn about else statement. So we know while a loop executes the block until a condition is satisfied, when the condition becomes false, the statement immediately after the loop is executed. So suppose here I have given while count is less than 7. So till the count value will be less than 7, this while loop will execute. Once the count value will be equal to 7, it will automatically, the while loop will get stopped, and then it will come to else, and whatever in the else statement it will print that. So here if I'll run this, it's starting from 4, right? So it will go till 7, 4, 5, 6, because only the 7 is not included, so it has went to 4, 5, 6, and then after, as soon as it became 7, it has come out from the loop and it has executed else statement, else executed. So we use this as statement in if, else, anywhere. You just come out from the loop, that's it. With the for also you can use. So like same for index in range, I'm keeping the range as length of list. So length of list here it will take 0, 1, 2, length of the list is 3, so it will go till 0, 1, 2, and I'm printing the list of index, and after that once the everything will get printed, it will come out from for loop and it will print the else statement. So use apple, banana, mango, and then after that see it got stopped, and then it came out from for loop and it has entered into else, so it has printed the else statement. So now the last thing, loop control statement. We have continuous statement, break statement, and pass statement. We use in the loop statement to like if we have to achieve bit extra. Let me tell you about those conditions. The loop control statement changes execution from the normal sequence. So when execution leaves a scope, all automatic objects that were created in that scope are destroyed. So Python supports three these types of statement: continue, break, and pass. So continuous statement, it returns the control to the beginning of the loop. Like if you will keep the continuous statement anywhere and it reach there, so again it will start from the beginning of the loop. Now break statement, it brings control out of the loop. And then we have pass statement. Like past statement is just an empty statement, it doesn't do anything. So pass is also used for empty controller statement, like if we simply return some function and like till now we don't know what to write inside it, but we think that okay, here we might need a function, or we might need a loop. So generally we write the pass statement, and later on we add the any parameter or any statement there. Now very first let's see what is the continue. So here I have taken a for loop for char in a string. I have defined a string variable here, and char is simply variable. You can take anything here like C, A, B, C, anything. Just it is a temporary variable, so I'm keeping anything. For every char in a string, in this string variable, what I want, if char is equal to a, so whenever in the string the alphabet a will come, or I will come, or you will come, it should continue, means it should again return to the beginning of the loop. Else print char, like other than that whatever it will come like a, I, u, it will print the char. And then same I'm doing with the print char in a string. So if char is equal to a, it will break. Else if the a is not coming, till a is not coming, it will print this. And then for char in string pass, so here everything will get this. So let me just show you. See, in the first one, as you can see, I have given a, I, u. So as see here, the first is capital I, so it has taken it, and then a small I it has not taken, it has skipped the small I. Why? Because as I have told, in whatever, if any of these condition will met, it will continue, so it will go again, start the loop again. Then then U again came, so U didn't got this printed, and it has returned to N. Now N is not here, we had N is nowhere, N is defined, so it will not continue, it will go into the else and it will print the character. So this is how it has printed it as Sunny Day, dy, like this. Now in the next one, next line, we have A. So whenever it is small a, it will break. Okay, so it brings out of the loop. So here it is an A, it stopped, and the C, it is. That's it. It has printed it is. After that, it has not printed anything. Okay, actually it is coming in the same line. So let me just use the. Let me just write it in the new this line. Okay. Okay, so see, it is in the second one here, what I have given, after, as soon as it will, the character will see A, it should break. So in continue, feel the difference. In continue, whenever these alphabets are coming, it's continuing the for loop from the beginning. It's just skipping these characters. It is not coming out of the loop. But in break, it is not continuing, it is coming out of the loop. After that, it will not run the loop again. So once it has seen the character A, as I have given the condition, if char is A, you just need to break it, break the loop and come out. So it has broken the loop and it came out. So it has printed only it is. Now like next I have given for char in string pass. So here I am not doing anything, I didn't put any condition. I want to print last letter, and simply it is printing Y. So I'm putting char for char in string. So it is simply last letter and then it is printing Y. So that's it. Uh, I have few more this. Let me just, so by one, let's understand the continue, break, and pass. So one more example here. I have kept a variable num as 0, and then while num is less than 10, so it will run from 0 to 9. I'm increasing. This is how also you can write num. It is nothing but num is equal to num plus 1. But in shortcut, you can write num plus equal to 1. Now I'm keeping a condition. If num is equal to 6, means when the number will become 6, I don't want to print 6. So it will continue. So it will just skip the number 6 and then again it will print 7, 8, 9. So let me just show you. It will print from 0 to 9 except 6. 3, 4, 5 and 6 is not there. So this is how the continue works. When continue we use when we want to run any loop, but there are few exception. You don't want to run that few things. So you just write that in the if condition and you continue after that. Now next we have break. So break means, suppose you want to search for something, and then when you found that, you want to come out from that loop, you don't want to run it more. So at that time we can use break. So suppose here I have written num is equal to 1 and odd nums I have kept as empty list. Now while num means is nothing but while num value is true. So if num divided by 2 is not equal to 0, so not equal to 0 means when you divide something with 2 and the remainder you are getting is not equal to 0, it means it is what? It is odd number. So I will print that, I will append that odd number inside this empty list, odd num. So what I'm doing, odd num dot append, and when I'm what I'm appending, num I'm appending, num variable. And then I'm keeping if num is greater than equal to 20. So I'm keeping another condition. If the num become greater than or equal to 20, then I have to break it. I don't want to run more after it become 20. And every time I'm increasing num as 1. So it is starting from 1, and every time it will increase the num value by 1. So let me show you what it will print. So see, it has, as I want to print what? Odd num, the list I want to print. So it has printed the list and it has started from 1 as the starting value is 1, and then every time the num value is getting added by 1. But what condition I have kept to add into the list? I have kept that the number you have to divide it by 2. If the remainder is not 0, then only we have to append that number. So 2 will not get printed, 4 will not get printed, all the even number here is not there. Why? Because I have kept that condition. So all the odd numbers is here, 1 3 5 7 till what? Till 19, because I have kept one more condition, 20. When it will become equal to 20, I don't need to print that statement. I simply want to stop the loop. So it has break the loop and it has stopped. Okay. Now the past statement with while loop. So past statement is nothing like I told you that if you don't have to want to write this more, you can just pass it. So num, again I'm starting from 1. While num is less than equal to 10, I'm keeping a condition. If num is equal to 6, pass. So it will print 6. Okay, nothing will happen, and it will print num and then num plus 1. So it will print till 1 to 10. See, nothing. It has printed 6. There's no continue, no break, pass. It means it will print even whatever you will condition write, and if you will write pass, it means it will not do anything, it will just print everything. So this is how 1 to 10 it has printed, because I have given condition as less than equal to 10. So it will print till 10. So that's it for the first session with the loops. I will be doing more practicals programming, and also which is frequently asked in interviews in for loop and while loop. So stay tuned. I will see you in the next session. Thanks for watching.